The Scare Your Pants Off Club is the second segment in the 28th episode of the first season of Arthur, and this episode as a whole is actually brilliant, because the first episode, I'm a Poet, is all about poems and poetry and writing poems. This second episode, or this second segment rather, is all about the Scare Your Pants Off books, and we learn over various episodes that these books are kind of the books that everybody is reading. I kind of got the impression they're inspired by Goosebumps books. They're very similar in theme. They're creepy, slightly peculiar stories for preteens. And some of the parents, because of a potential incident that happens surrounding Muffy, and I won't say any more than that, but because of that, some of the parents decide to form PAWS, which is the Parents Against Weird Stories. And they begin to campaign to get these books banned to prevent children from reading them. And obviously, the children are outraged and they will do everything they can to try and work against them and to make sure they are never unable to read the Scare Your Pants Off books. And I love this for several reasons. The first is that I just love anything that focuses on reading and that encourages children to read. Seeing Arthur and the gang being passionate about these books can encourage some viewers to maybe pick up a book as well. But I also love the fact that the children are standing up for what they believe in. And the fact that they're willing to say, no, these are our books. They're written for us. They're not written for you. Have you even read one? Questioning the authority figures who are trying to take away their generally harmless literature. And the narrative takes some interesting turns that I wasn't expecting. It brings in some characters that I wasn't expecting. And there are a lot of aspects of this that I really genuinely enjoyed. I don't think it was as strong as I'm a Poet, but that's because I feel like that episode was more creative and more involved and more inspiring. But the Scare Your Pants Off Club is still really enjoyable, and they made me want to read those books. I wish those books were real. I do believe they're probably just inspired by Goosebumps, but I could be wrong about that. But I thought it was very well developed narrative. The characters displayed some brilliant personalities, some great, admirable character traits, and I had a lot of fun with it. Definitely an episode that's worth watching on its own, but also back to back with I'm a Poet, which is how I watched it. Really enjoyed it. Definitely a really strong and very inspiring episode.